Guys, it's Paul from paulniger.com. I want to intro my blog real quick about being in a relationship and how it affects your spiritual awakening or your spiritual practice. But before that, my book, Everything I Thought I Was and What I Came to Be, is a spiritual self-help book that's on Amazon.com right now, and it's also on my website, paulniger.com. If in e-format, if you want a hardcover or soft cover, you can check it out at my author website, authorpaulniger.com. Check it out. It's your self-help spirituality book. If you find yourself struggling to go through different obstacles in your life, and maybe those obstacles keep reoccurring and you don't know why, it's because you're failing to realize the lessons within each of those struggles. We all go through them through different intensities, so this book is just going to help you identify the lessons that are seated in those struggles. So my blog is about being in a relationship and how it affects your spiritual awakening. So a lot of people are turning away from being in a relationship. If you look at Japan right now, they're saying a lot of people are not going into relationships because when you're in a relationship, it's a work in progress. It's not easy. A lot of times we watch TV and we think, or movies, and we think it's a happily ever after, and things are just so grand and lovely at the end, but they fail to show what happens after, the ending, the credits. After the credits roll up, there's a little bit more to the story. There's another adventure that just keeps on going. And a lot of people are shying away from relationships for that reason, because they just don't want to take on that stress, the struggle that they feel they have to go through. If you look at just what happens, it's like they're almost denying themselves of a great love. If you look at even monks will do it, nuns will do it, priests will do it. They deny themselves of love, and the beauty of being in a relationship is to discover that love. Although it may be work at times, the reward is far superior than any struggle that you can ever go through. And also, it's almost like our responsibility to be in a relationship and express love. And I'll explain why. First, I want to explain, or just share a story with a friend of mine who was telling me about how he had cultivated such a great energy. He was home one day and he was playing this music, and he was just so into his music. He had created such a meditative state through playing, and he had cultivated such a great energy, and it was surrounding him, and he was just marinating in it. And all of a sudden the front door opens and his wife is there, and she's carried the baggage from her day and the stressful moments that she had to go through, and he just felt like in an instant he was pulled out of that beautiful energy that he had created, that he worked so long to create. And for that reason, a lot of people can relate, and they think, well, what's the point of being in a relationship if it's at the expense of my happiness, or it's the expense of these great times that I like to enjoy on my own. But you have to remember, when you come into a relationship, you're expressing love. And what I was saying about it being our responsibility to be in love and to share a relationship is that when you come into a relationship, you two become one. We've heard that many times, but when you express love, you actually dissolve into your partner. We're no longer, you can see the separation between male and female. You become one. What's yours is mine, and mine is yours, and everything is shared. Well, if you look at women mostly, when they find themselves in a happy relationship, they want their friends to be happy as well. They're always trying to connect their friends with some other guy that they know that would be great for them, that would be a great couple, and then they can go double dating, whatever it is. Guys don't do that too much, but on the flip side, when a girl is not happy and she finds herself struggling in a relationship, maybe the relationship ends, they do the opposite. They're like, yeah, whatever, he's just gonna cheat on you, don't bother, let's just go out, let's go have a girls' night. And that's just that sucks, because there's nothing shared and there's no evolution. So what you wanted to, our struggle in this life is to see beyond the fences that we have created amongst our homes and amongst our social groups and amongst ourselves. A lot of times we don't open up to someone else, but when we do, it's divine. It creates such an abundant force of energy that cannot be denied. And sometimes that energy is too much for some people to handle. So when you connect with your partner and you dissolve into them, that energy extends outwardly. So now, rather than you just dissolving into your partner, now you see everyone else. Like I said, she wanted to share that beauty of being in a relationship with her friends. Well, that energy is shared amongst other people. So everyone starts to dissolve into one another. So now we see everyone is a global force, a union, a one single energy that we all are part. So rather than try to compete against each other and hate and be jealous of this and that, we see rather, well, actually, I love you as I love myself. And that's another thing. That's another whole topic of how people don't love themselves. But that's just the energy that we want to create, the oneness, so everything is shared. And So in the case of my friend who's saying that his spouse had interrupted his, his beautiful state of energy that he had created through music, I say, well, a single drop of joy dilutes oceans of negativity. So rather than her snatching you out of your energy, why not invite her into yours? So the negativity that she felt for that day can be washed away. There's negative energy. A lot of people think, oh, they're negative energy, I want to stay away from them. There's no negative, there's no positive energy, there's only low or high. So when you're in a high energy vibration, you're expressing abundant love, joy, happiness. On the flip side, you can be at a low energy level when you're not feeling so great, you're not feeling so negative, not so positive. You might be hating on the world and everything and everyone around you. So what you want to do is you want to increase your energy level so you can be in abundance once again. So like I said, bring your spouse or your partner into your energy that's so great and share that abundance and wash that negativity wash away, dilute it, get rid of it. And you got to remember, just these different variables that we go through in our lives that struggle us, we see them every single day. Some days we can handle them, other days we can't. So our key is to just, we can utilize our partner, our relationship to, keep us on track. Don't drag yourself down by focusing on those variables and be like, yeah, he said this, he said that, and I have to deal with this customer. Forget all that. If your partner is in a blissful state, understand that's a blessing. Now you go into that energy, share that energy with them. These struggles, there's different lessons. Like I said in this book, there's different lessons within each struggle. It's up to you to find it. So don't miss out on that opportunity by denying yourself a loving and truthful relationship. Anyways, yeah, don't forget my book. Check it out, paulniger.com. And yeah, see ya.